I'm at the tent. It's freezing and I'm loading up, swinging and sawing,
Yes.
pushing and pulling, working in the dark, and eating delicious food. Let's go. I'm going to take a handsaw and we're going to go put some work in and get this done before the sun sets because it is on its way down now. I'm not going to wear my parka for this little ride on snowmobile, just snow pants. I know the first thing I'm going to want to do when I get there is take the parka off because I'm just going to get so hot using the handsaw. So this should be perfect. There's a tree around here somewhere that I know I want. It's dead. It's a bit of work. There it is. But it's nice and dry, nice and thick at the base. And we got fresh wolf tracks here. There she is. That's a nice tree. Really nice. The snow has been falling and look how fresh these are. Wow, super fresh. I don't think it's a big wolf. It might even be a fox, to be honest. Not sure. I wish I had one of those really giant ones. Uh-oh. This is going to take forever. Oh, I want it. Feels like I'm never going to get through it, to be honest. Sawing isn't my favorite thing to do. If I had like an extra 6 inches and the teeth were a little bit sharper, I feel like it would be done by now. I've been going for about 5-10 minutes. I don't know. Short, quick strokes or long, deliberate, slow ones. I can't make up my mind. I do little quick ones, and then I get tired, and then I do long ones, and then I get tired. I'm getting there. Getting there. This is a struggle, guys. Struggle. I think the chainsaw is the greatest invention of all time. Right about now. Whew. Okay. Now, it's really low, so that's going to be a problem. See how it bounces in the middle? There's no bite. It's just so dense in the middle of this tree. Excellent test for me. It's like hitting a rock. You can hear it. Wow. It's just bouncing off it. You got this, man. Oh, can't give up. Let's go. No. But she's rocking. She's rocking in the free world. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh, did it. Yes. Take a look at the amount of fat wood in this tree. Holy smokes, that is nuts. This is all even this is pretty hard. But this stuff here, it's like going through diamonds, I'm telling you. This right here, it's almost like plastic. It really is. And you can feel the oil in it. It's almost like wax. Really, really hard wax. And so over here, this is what caused me all of the problems. Took 45 minutes. I said, oh, 20. No, 45. That's the craziest tree experience I've had yet in terms of the amount of energy I needed to put into it. I don't know how people were like cutting down monstrous trees with just an axe, climbing them and cutting down the top, move down, cut down some more. Like just, and they're all thin. They were all thin, you know, from all the videos I've seen. Not really muscular guys, just like wiry, strong, wiry guys. And that's not me. Maybe if I did like 1,000 of these, but I don't even know if I want to do one more. for any of you out there who watch this channel or other channels like this, and you think to yourself, oh, I want that. Good. We should all want it. But just know that it is work. It is work. But that is the best part. It's the fulfillment you get after you accomplish something. For me, cutting down that tree, really in the end, is something simple. I think it's a simple task and most people can do it. But it was work, and it was a challenge, and it was physical. And now that the tree is down, I feel great. So it's almost like running a marathon or running 5K, 10K, whatever it is. You don't want to do it, right? You know it's going to suck. You know it's going to hurt. There's going to be pain. But when you're done, it's the great feeling.
Yes. Oh, did it.
That's what it's all about, the accomplishment. And so if you want something like this, just know that you have to be able to accomplish things and do things that aren't easy, but you will love it. You will love it if you don't give up and you try. You're safe. You don't go in a know-it-all. If you go in a know-it-all, forget it. While that meal is cooking, I'm going to start to buck up this wood that I gathered the other day. It's not a lot. It's definitely enough to get me through a few days here. 5 or 6, 7 days maybe, if I'm careful. But I need some for tonight. I don't have any wood processed for tonight, so right now my focus is to get through as much of it as possible while supper's cooking. Stack some of it and bring some of it into the tent. That's why chainsaws. That is why chainsaws. Some of the stuff I got was a bit rotten, but I don't mind that. You see how it's like, it's all falling apart in the middle? There's something about that that I don't know what it is, I love. I know I'm not getting nearly as much wood out of it. If it was a full log, I'd get probably twice as much, but I'm gonna split that. That's gonna go into the stove and it's gonna be so hot so fast. It's almost like it has its kindling built in. I love it. See how easy that comes apart? Like, that is beautiful right there. There's all that stuff that I love right there. Hear it. It's good. Oh, is he going to want to go? He might. Getting close. All that wood amounts to this. That's it. This is just like stew right now. Amazing, amazing. Looks so good. So thick. Oh. Potatoes, onion, lots of onion. Whole onion. Carrots, mushrooms, chicken. And it's gonna burn my face off for sure. Oh man. I put a little bit of gravy mix there at the end, just to thicken it up. Couple of seconds, quick stir. Perfect.
Look up Grease Fjord. G-R-I-S-E-F-I-O-R-D. Look up Grease Fjord. These guys are so far north, they have no choice but to use their snowmobiles to do stuff in the winter because it's always dark. Always, always dark. Hunting, snowmobile, gotta do it. So I have a beautiful moonlight tonight, and I've got my snowmobile, so I'm gonna go pick off that tree.
Now, I know I don't live in the extreme far north. I live pretty far north though, and you do have to do a lot of stuff in the dark in the winter. And I want to take this tree now. Wow, what a difference compared to using the old saw and the axe. Oh, baby. Beautiful. Beautiful. One thing about these electric chainsaws, man, they got power. So good. Oh yeah, that was big and heavy right there. Oh, baby. Baby. Wow.
that essentially made that like my favorite tree ever. I hated it earlier today because it was such a nightmare. But coming out and doing that in the dark like that with the snowmobile light, it felt awesome. It really did. I felt safe. I have a way to communicate people in case something goes wrong. The guy who lives on the lake is out here tonight. So in the worst case scenario, I give him a quick call. So that was really enjoyable. Well, that's it, guys. I had an awesome evening. I am going to go to bed. I'll see you guys in the morning. Here she starts, I guess. Well, that's good. Okay, I've got one battery left. That means the power station I'm using to charge this is drained. I just got enough out of it to fully charge this battery. So I'm going to see how much I can get out of this one battery. That's all I'm going to be able to do today. Now, for those of you who say I should not have this in a survival situation, this is not a survival situation. This is just awesomeness. That's all this is, right? This isn't me going out in the bush and trying to survive. This is me just enjoying myself outdoors, getting things done. And for those of you who are going to say, why aren't you using your gas chainsaw? Well, it's at my cabin and I leave it there because I'm very active with my chainsaw there. And so I'm not going back and forth with a chainsaw, lugging it around everywhere I go. I leave it there knowing I have this one here. I don't cut as much wood here as I do at the cabin, and this is fine, right? It does small jobs. Now, if I had a fully loaded power station, I'd be able to go all day with this. So just keep charging. It only takes 20 minutes to charge this battery. So I just go and go and go. There's all kinds of great dead standing wood here, but it's messy stuff. A lot of limb cleaning. This one is big. It's a big tree. There's a lot of work on it though. And I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna do it. That's really wide at the base, very wide. And its best years are behind it. I definitely want to drop it on the lake because then it's way easier to process when it's on the lake. Because you can put your saw down in through the ice and it won't hurt the chainsaw.
press this button. See that one little green light? That means it's on its last leg. I'm going to cut as much as I possibly can off of that tree until she goes dead. Oh. You pop out the battery and it stops that sound. If you ask me, this is an excellent load of wood. Being out here in this light snowfall, this icy atmosphere, everything's coated, but it's not too cold. It's just beautiful. Okay, so this canvas tent is coming off. I have a tent on the way. It's in the mail, and it's supposed to be here next week, and it's not from the same manufacturer. So that's going to be really interesting because the manufacturer of this tent has a very specific, it's a 10 by 12 by the way, but a very specific angle for its roof, right? Pitch, whatever you want to call it. The tent I'm getting, I don't know if it's going to match. The reason why I didn't go with the same manufacturer is because time constraints. And the one I'm going with is an American-made tent, and they're not cheap. They are not cheap. So you'll see that I'm actually partnering with the manufacturer for the video of putting the thing on, and that's the way it goes, right? Essentially, there's tent companies reach out to me all the time, and this one really wanted to take part. They've been nudging me for a while, and I said sure. And the folks that make this tent, they couldn't commit to doing it, and I could have just bought another one and put it on, but I thought, you know what, I'll try a different canvas, I'll have a different adventure, and I'll take the sponsorship, right? I will. It won't be paid. What it is I get the tent, and then I use the tent, and that's how it's going to work. There won't be any exchange of money whatsoever. It'll be just the canvas itself. So I don't know if my next video here is going to be the tear down and the setup. I'm just not sure. It's probably going to be maybe a multi-day event. Don't know. But here's hoping. Yeah, here's hoping that it is the next video, and if not, just keep hanging tight. It'll be here and it'll be exciting. And an update on the cabin. People ask me all the time, did you give up on the cabin? Why did you quit the cabin? Do you not own the cabin anymore? And these are people who aren't following the channel when they ask that. They really aren't. You know, they watch from time to time, and that's fair. I watch channels from time to time, and I always have questions in my head about what's going on. And I also think to myself, maybe this has been answered. So I have answered it a few times. I'm going to answer it one more time. It's too dangerous to go to the cabin during the shoulder seasons. In the fall, when things start to freeze, there is a huge chunk of time where no one gets out to my lake. Just last week, someone went through my lake on a snowmobile, taking a risk, decided to go for it. Took a ground trail all the way out to the lake, and then went onto the lake, snowmobile went in. Now, luckily, he was right on shore, and the snowmobile just went in like up to, I don't know, like the hood area, like just over the hood, and he was able to get to safety. If he was in the middle of the lake, disaster. The lake is huge, deep. I don't want to do that. All right, I don't want to. So that was last week. We've had a steady stream of cold temperatures. I'm thinking maybe in another week or so, I will be at the cabin. It's just too dangerous to go right now. And I've said it a number of times. There's a period of time in the fall when I just can't go because I'll die. That's why I don't want to. Now, and the same thing happens in the spring. Once everything starts to melt, you have to give it like a month or two before everything melts, and then you can take your boat out, right? So it's like another 8 weeks. So there's like 16 weeks throughout the year where I can't access the cabin safely. So that's why we have this awesome tent here. And I have the bear tents on the go, all kinds of stuff. And I went to Labrador because I knew I couldn't access the cabin. I couldn't access here because this lake was unsafe. So, and to clarify, the reason why I can come to this tent before I can go to my cabin is because this lake is small and the shallower freezes a whole heck of a lot quicker. So that explains that. I hope I answered your question. I know people watching this video, even people watching this video, are going to ask because they never made it to the end. And for those of you that did make it to the end, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't subbed, I'd love for you to sub. It's going to be an awesome winter. And yeah, let's just like grow this thing as much as possible. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back really soon.